Hello and welcome to a first look at Forward Escape the Fold. I'm trying to figure out how I want to format these videos. I'm going to start by telling you what this game is, and then we're going to go through all of the clerical stuff. So this game is described by the developer as a bite-sized roguelike dungeon crawler. I played a little bit of it ahead of this video to get a feel for it and see how I felt about it. If you want to skip right to the end and get my opinion on this game, it's very fun. No real issues that I can think of. I don't really have any criticism of the game. It does exactly what it wants to do very well, which is be a game that you can sit down and play in like 5 to 10 minutes. Every run feels different, and there's a lot of replay value, I feel. I don't know if the idea is for the game to get to be like you're very broken at the end of a run, but in the run that I just finished, I was very strong at the end. But all of that stuff you can see when we get into gameplay here. This video should be a little shorter because the gameplay itself is not as involved, but again, we'll see. What do I need to tell you on the start screen here? Let's go through it. This game is solo developed by a man named, I believe it's Christophe Coillard. Apologies if my pronunciation is wrong. So one-man dev team. I always think that's cool to see. A lot of dedication there. This game is releasing today alongside this video. I was sent a key early by the developer to review it ahead of time, which appreciate very much. The game shall be releasing, I believe it's 10 a.m. Eastern on March 29th, if I did my math correctly. And I do not know how much it is because there is not a price listed on Steam. Other than that, anything else particularly interesting outside of the game? No, I don't think so. Oh, this is the first major game release by this developer. I was reading a little bit about him. He says that he's done a few mobile games before this, but this is like a first full release, so that stuff's cool. Let's see what else we got for you here. There's a settings, we can go through them real quick. There's 2 languages, you got English and French. And then simple, quality, full screen, yes, no, music, font type. Ooh, I didn't see this. Ooh. Oh, this is cool. I like being able to change the fonts. That's neat. I'm feeling a little gothic today. I don't know about you. Oh, and you can even increase the font size. That's nice. Cool. So there's your settings. Nothing too crazy, but this game doesn't really need anything too crazy. Like, this is more than enough in my opinion. Quality, high, low. That's fine. So you will, if you pick up this game, you will create a profile because this game has a scoring system. For each character, of which there are 7 characters, you get a score at the end of your run, which is based on, how you perform throughout the run, and it will put you on the leaderboards. Fun stuff there. If you're interested in that stuff. Reminds me a little bit of Mini Motorways and how Mini Motorways had those like overall global leaderboards for your runs on each level. Similar in a sense. Anything else? There's 17 achievements you can do, which, if you want to pause and read these, you can. And I believe the achievements are somewhat correlated to unlocks. There are 158 cards. This is not a deck builder. You'll see how the cards are used when we get into it, which I think we can do just now. But there's a decent amount of collectible stuff to unlock, but probably I played this game for about half an hour and I got this much done. So if I were to take a guess, I would say you would probably clear completion in right around 4 or 5 hours, which is fine. I think that this game gets a lot of its replayability from the fact that it's fast. You can sit down and play a run of this if you're fast in probably 10 minutes, I would guess. And the high score stuff. Like, you can mess with your runs to try and optimize your high score. And I think without any further ado, we can go. I'm going to fire up a new game here. There are a lot of game modes. There's a tutorial, which I will not be playing because I already did it. This is cool. So I only played Classic. I did not check out either of these because I did not unlock them yet. So you get challenge modes and then you get expert mode. So you get high and increasing difficulties on expert mode, and then challenge mode. I'm going to take a quick look at this. Oh, cool. So there's a bunch of challenges. This is like Monster Train's expert challenges. Okay, neat. I will not be checking that out, but this is extra content for you to take a look at if you are interested. I will play classic. And if you guys find this game cool to watch, I could see myself running through a few of these challenges. So you let me know. Let's do classic. At the start of your run, you will get to pick your character. I have 2 characters unlocked, and I believe the way that it works is, so each of the characters has an unlock condition. Like, to unlock this character, we have to explore the dark cave. To unlock the dark knight character, which is this guy, the second guy, you have to explore the castle, and it seems like these are randomly, they pop up throughout your run. And then the characters also have these powers. So, for example, this Pillar of Fire on our starter character here is 2 damage to all visible enemies, and it seems like if you win a run with one power, you unlock the next. Shuffles visible cards does not affect bosses. Cool. I'm going to run with just the basic setup because I prefer to do that when I do first looks, just to give you like a first run sort of idea. I will warn you, there is a reasonable chance that I just lose a few of these runs, but that seems to be by design. So, first things first, when you start your run, you get 13 levels. Each of the skulls is an actual level, and then the other icons are events. So, like the blood drop, I believe means you get to trade health for power-ups, for example. I think the tavern, or like the mug icon, is like a tavern where you get to buy healing stuff. Chest is an item, things like that. And you can probably figure out what these are as you go. I'll read this one to you, but I'm not going to read all of these. Well-deserved rest. You lie down on the side of a dirt road to get some well-deserved rest. When you wake up, you discover that you were asleep in the middle of a makeshift camp of hideous monsters. They look like they want to fight. I don't think these have any particular bearing, but this is just like a little blurb as to where you are. And then this is the boss. This little scorpion guy who goes, rah. So I'm gonna give you the rundown as quickly as I can here, but there's a decent amount of stuff you have to look at here. So at the bottom is our character. Top left of him is health. Bottom right is power. His power costs mana. This one costs 5, for example. You get mana by picking up mana potions, and then there are other things that generate it as well throughout the run. In the bottom left panel here, you can see our health. We have 14 health. You can also see it in the card. Our armor, we currently have 0. You'll see it's very intuitive. It's just health that doesn't come back that you pick up throughout. Mana is the third item, 0 out of 5. So you can only hold as much mana as your spell costs, I believe. Skulls, which you get for attacking enemies. Gold, which you get for picking up gold. And then items, which are relics, basically. So this character starts with the apple, which heals you by 6 HP whenever you start a level. Mechanically, this game is extremely simple. You click your character, and you drag him where you want to go. It feels incredible. Like, it feels crisp. I feel like a lot of times I've played games like this, specifically card games. One that comes to mind is Banners of Ruin, where just moving the cards around the screen does not feel good. This feels reactive, it feels fast. You'll see when I get going here. You can basically go as fast as you want. Other stuff, the items on the ground are pretty straightforward, but if you ever are wondering what they are and you're playing the game yourself, you can hover over them and you'll get a little pop-up. Like gold coins gives you 1 gold, poison gives you 2 poison, and then in the top right it tells you what poison is. So in games like this, I always harp on this, and I am glad to see that it does it well. It shows you what the thing is very easily. Conveying information is important in these games, and it conveys to you, this gives you 2 poison, this will do 1 damage per move for 2 moves. Lastly, enemies. So the way that enemies work is pretty simple. They will attack in front of them. So if I move to this mana potion, for example, this enemy will attack me. When you kill an enemy, they drop something for you. I'm going to show it off here so you can get a feel for how it works, but there's 2 ways to go about it. You can either... Here, I'll do it like this. I'm going to go pick up this mana, I get 2 mana, he attacks me because I entered his space, and then he drops an item. The item he drops is 4 shield. Pick the shield up, now I have 4 armor. Pretty straightforward. Last thing you really need to know is you can't go outside of adjacency. So like I can't go across the board here, so there's an element of planning like that. I can't go to these gold coins because I'm not touching them. But this is really it. This is the whole game. Last thing I want to show you here. Well, I guess I can use the power, right? This power is 2 damage to visible enemies. So every enemy on the board takes 2, which reduces their power from 3 to 1 or 2 to dead. Generally, I'm going to pick up some money here. I think it's fine to fight the enemies early. Me. Get a random status ×3, positive or negative after being attacked by an enemy. I think that's an item. Yeah, that is a permanent item. So this can give us a positive or negative status effect when we are attacked. Last thing I need to show you here. Gold you probably surmised you use to buy things, but you also use these skulls to buy things, which you get skulls for attacking enemies. I think, yeah, so you get 1 skull per power of the enemy that you attack. So if you're not directly in front of an enemy, you can just place yourself on top of them and you kill them, take the damage as is, and you take the skulls. But you don't have to fight them, which is why I assume you get rewarded for it. I'm just gonna kind of move through it like this. I got attacked and I got 3 powerless. So that's the meat item popping off there. I got hit by that enemy and he gave me, the meat gave me 3 powerless. I can't use my move for 3 turns, which is no problem. And then at the end of each level, you fight a boss. Boss is a big man, he does 9 damage. Ooh, and he poisoned me. Gross. And then when you finish the boss, you pick up the heart. The heart gives you 1 permanent max HP, and that's the end of the level. And then there's 13 of these. And then you get a relic or an item as well. I'm gonna inevitably call them relics. When you use your power, you inflict 2 damage to all visible enemies and receive blindness 3. Blindness is you can't see the value of cards. This is like a knowledge check debuff, right? Eventually you'll learn what all the cards are, or you can just take a snapshot in your mind and remember what they are. Add 1 gold coins card in all future levels. Give +1 to enemies and -4 to bosses. I think that gold bar and leather helmet are both pretty bad. Like, I don't really care about gold coins that much, and +1 to enemies, -4 to bosses. I guess it's okay if you just try to dodge everything, but I'm gonna grab the axe. Then at the end of each level, you get a score, which is calculated by damage taken, gold coins collected, skulls collected, bosses killed, a bonus for winning the level, and that's your score for the level. You arrive in front of an altar that seems to not have seen a visitor for a long time. An inscription is engraved. Entrust to the gods your mortal blood and you will be honored. So I can trade my health, I believe this is not max HP, it's just current HP, for items. I can only buy the monster meat. So these corrupted cards are interesting because they just have a negative effect. When an enemy attacks you, they have a 25% chance to inflict poison ×3. And then there are enemies that'll interact based on how many corrupted items you have. Like I saw one that was like add a treasure chest to the next level per corrupted card in your deck, or like in your item held corrupted cards, I guess I should say. Disgusting vial, yeah. New boss, new level, continue. And then we heal 6 at the start of the level and we continue. So I'm gonna reasonably path through this one. This is a game that I don't really feel like I personally would spend a whole lot of time thinking while playing. I would just kind of click through in the way that feels right to me, like so. I got blindness. Gross. Protection here, which is what I just picked up there. I got 2 protection, which is another status. Gives you 1 armor after each move for 2 moves. So this is just 2 armor time release. I'll tell you a little bit about... Oh god, this pathway is kind of gross. So far this meat has only been good. Oh, it gave us stealth. Huge. Enemies can't attack us for 3 turns. Sadly, I don't get to show this off, but enemies are unable to target us for 3 turns. I'll tell you a little bit about... Actually, this will work here, right? Yeah, so see, this guy didn't attack me. Cool. The run that I had before this, the one that I played and won, 3 protection. I'm gonna dodge enemies now because I need to not get killed before the boss. The run that I had before this one, I was playing this character, and I got... I'm coming to get you. You live. 3 is doubling gold. So I think I actually got this thing. Yeah, I got stealth cloak. Whenever you attack an enemy, you gain stealth ×2. So you get 2 stealth whenever you attack an enemy. And then I got whenever you attack an enemy, double your status effects. And so by the end of the run, I had like 15 or probably like 400,000 stealth or something like that. Because you know. So that's why I said at the start, I'm not sure if this game is supposed to get out of control in your runs, but I think there is the room for absurdity with these items. All mana potion cards inflict 2 damage to nearby enemies, orthogonal and diagonal. So like everyone that touches you gets hit for 2 when you take a mana potion. I'm gonna take Magic Wand because I took, in my last run I took Stealth Cloak and I like to try new stuff when I'm playing a new game like this. Dark Forest, another area, big spider. I will say as well, I think the art in this game, despite it just being like this little interface card game, the art in this game is pretty clean. Like, this game looks very nice. There's a merchant chest here, and I have 20 gold, so we'll do that. You dropped me 1 gold. How generous. See what you got. Book of Mana. Increase the chance that enemies loot is a mana potion card. Receive immunity 3 when starting level. You can't have any other status effects as long as you have this one for 3 moves. That's a negative as well as a positive, right? Like no negative status effects, but also you can't have positive status effects. It's a bit of a trade-off. I'm okay to not take any of this though. And then I get a mana for doing this. Yeah. And I get some stealth. So the stealth is cool for things like this, where I could go grab this shield if I wanted to. However, I think I'm gonna grab the 7 health on the healing potions on this path. Forced to take poison. Poison hits through armor. You won't be able to see that here, but poison does go through your armor. Trying to keep track of everything that I thought on my first run. Everything is pretty intuitive and works how you would expect. Doesn't make a difference, I guess. And we can pop our pillar of fire here. I do go blind when I hit this, but that's okay. I just have to remember. I think we're coming up on the boss soon. Also, you can also check. Well, you can get over the blindness a little bit by seeing like this card has more coins on it, so I assume that's more money. Curse chest. Oh, curse chest forces you to take a cursed item. Okay. Increase the chance that the enemy's loot is another enemy card. Hey, what the hell? Inflicts 5 damage to you when starting a level. Increase the chance that the enemy's loot is a poison card. Okay. I'll go for the... I could see the Book of Demon being a positive if I wanted to just grind through a bunch of enemies, but... you know what? I can take the Book of Demon. Let's do it. This guy will blind me. I think if I... I'm pretty sure this is the boss at the very top here, and I think if I fight this demon, I might just die. Yeah, I'm gonna play it safe. I think it's fine. That spider scares me. And we get, when your armor runs out of durability, inflict 1 damage to all visible enemies, immunity times 3, and replace all heart cards with item cards in all future levels. So no more healing. Or is this heart cards? So, oh, this is like a permanent item instead of a +1 max HP. That seems good. Prefer that. Dangerous road, yeah. I will crush you, yeah. I know. So you can spend as much or as little time planning with this game as I feel like you want to, and that is your prerogative pretty much. I'm just gonna kind of click through. I think that it's a game that is cool because it has that aspect of planning, but if I want to, which I do want to, I can just sit here and click cards. Guys died? Really? Wait a minute. That seems surprising. I feel like that was supposed to do 2, and those guys had 3. I'm not gonna complain. I think this guy has 2. I have no idea how much damage he did, actually. And then this blindness is actually kind of messing with me. Test of the Dead is where we get to spend our skulls, which we haven't had the chance to do yet. And these are also positives. Items do stack. The Living Heart says specifically it can't be stacked, but if I were to pick up like another magic wand, then I would get 2 mana when you attack an enemy, for example. And we haven't had the opportunity for that though. Enemies will not attack you if your health is even. Attack an enemy. Oh, when you attack an enemy, the double the value of all your statuses. I think that Divine Staff is a little bit risky because if I have poison or blindness and I attack an enemy, well, it's just gonna double forever. But if I get a positive status effect and I get a rolling, big money. So let's hope I get a positive status effect here. Protection. Okay, so now here's the play, right? So protection is going to give me 1 armor every time I make a move. I go here, protection gets doubled because I attack. I go here, protection gets doubled to 6. I think that is... And then basically I could double it again. I am a little worried about the boss, and I don't want to double my blindness forever. So I'm going to just block up here. The boss only hit us for 7. And now instead of getting +1 HP, we get an item. That seems a lot better to me. Being attacked by a boss, you gain as many gold coins as you have HP left. All poison cards give you 2 armor. All healing potion cards cure you of blindness. Oh, huge. Very cool. And then here we have the tavern. You get Greed 2 after being attacked by an enemy. Greed gives you +2 to gold coin cards for 2 turns. And then I could also buy mana potions, but I don't know how much they are. I'll buy one. I'll buy one, yeah. Curse chest. The chest from which emanates a strange and disturbing glow. Let's hope it's not cursed. It's cursed. It's 3 poison cards to all future levels. You don't get a reward at the end of all future levels. When enemies attack you, they have a 25% chance to inflict poison 3. I can take 3 poison cards, I think. Hungry. So, I want the enemy to attack me. I want this guy to hit me. Because I want him to give me something good. Powerless is not something good. This one gave me protection, but he also gave me blindness. Did I take that bulb? I did take that bulb, so I get to disregard the blindness if I want to. And start stacking protection by doubling it here. I'm down to clown. However, the poison doubling play is probably a disaster. Yeah, so alas, we will just have to move forward. Just don't look, it's fine. Don't think about it too much, I'll just take the safe, boring path. A mimic. Hit me with something good. Oh, greed. Oh, wait. Oh, no, blindness isn't a problem. That's right. Because I have pure blindness. Blindness is probably not that bad anyway. Let's do the gold coin cards. Okay. This isn't getting like crazy out of control. Oh, also I'm about to die. Don't make another enemy, please. This can't be lethal is the thing. The poison, it says it on the card. So I'm not dead. I am still technically not dead. I am exactly alive. A little more than exactly alive, but hey, we take those. Cut it a little close there. When you buy a card, you get 2 immunity. All poison cards trigger the level start effects of your items. Oh, what? So poison cards then heal me for 6? And gives me... No, it doesn't give me immunity. Okay. What else? When your armor runs out of durability, inflict 1 damage to all enemies. When starting level, you gain 1 armor durability for each enemy attacked. That seems cool. I'm gonna go for the heal when you pick up a poison card, though. Children's Village. As you leave a dense forest, you come across a small village composed only of children. You are impressed by the quality of their organization. Like adults, they offer you some items to buy. Ah. The tavern has a mana potion, or mana potion. I will take mana potion. And I will take mana potion. Good enough to just cast my spell. Food market has... You get a random status effect when starting a level. Hey, you want to fuck around and find out here? Because I have this cheese, right? And then I have the chasing rat. Whenever you receive blindness, gain 1 mana point and 1 powerless. Ah. I'm down to go for the cheese and just hope for the best. The store or the weapons? I'm gonna go for the store. When your armor runs out, deal 1 damage. Gives you 3 gold when you open a chest. -1 to enemies and +4 to bosses. Nah. I'll buy the nothing here. And then I can't go to the forge, of course, because of how the game works. Feel an evil shadow around you. Yeah. Big ghost man. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Am I powerless? Oh, jeez. Yeah. You got me. Probably don't want to be doubling this. Protection, on the other hand. I'm gonna die if I fight this enemy, right? However, okay, so I'm gonna go to the poison over the chest of the dead. I haven't been attacking many enemies, and I can hit like a little A little pillar of fire here and then grab the heal. Oh, this is gonna get bad. Oh yeah, that's gonna be awkward. Let's go here. The stealth is very helpful though, because I could just go grab this mana potion if I wanted to. I don't want to fight anything right now, because, you know, poison. But now we can start doubling up our stealth, which is helpful. I heal more if I go to the healing potion. Oh my god, look at all these enemies. Holy moly. I can make it through if I go here. Because of the stealth. Thank you, stealth. Now Am I dead? No, I'm alive at 1. I think I'll be dying at the end of this dungeon, though. Or I might just die right here. Yeah, I am dead. There you go. I didn't get too out of control, though. Like, I don't know what I could have done differently, and I feel like that's okay. Like, this run was a little longer, but I spent more time just kind of talking through the decisions and explaining things, and even still, this was like, what, 20 minutes maybe? I think that maybe there is stuff you can do, like decisions as you learn the game become more streamlined, but I don't really know. And that's kind of the challenge for you to find out, right? Is this game solvable? Can you win every run, or is it down to RNG? Either way, I think this game's pretty fun, and yeah, cool. Like a great game to just sit down and pump out like a run or two. Oh yeah, and then you can just quick retry like I just did. Like so. I want to go back to the main menu, please. I don't think I need anything else here. Anything else I need to tell you about this game? I don't think so. I think that covers it. Oh, actually, that was good. You can pause your runs. Huge. That's really... I often forget to check that in these kinds of games, and sometimes you can't. But you can just quit out of your run and come back. So that's also cool if you're like halfway through a good run and you have to go. Or like you have a power outage or your computer resets on you. Anything like that. I think that should do it. I said this video was going to be shorter. It's about... it's shorter, but also not by a lot. Anyway. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.